biologics came with some of these recoveries.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to.
This has happened before. Miners will go in and try to scare the wits out of villagers by pretending to look like aliens, etc.
Bullshit.
Hello, how you doing? I hope you're all having a good Sunday. I'm having an acceptable Sunday. My fucking barnet is like it's made out of fucking cotton wool. I've just sworn twice within like 20 seconds, 2 minutes, or maybe, hopefully. Anyway, Oliver, Dave, I just absolutely did a number on monetization then because I was talking about my fluffy hair.
Fucked it right up.
Brought to you by what, Ollie? What was it brought by?
Somebody just sent me something on this case and it just played out loud.
Gay porn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ollie doesn't subscribe. He's a freebie kind of guy, so he has to go through the ads. There's not enough time before the show starts, Ollie.
Oh no. I pay for premium. I cannot do with those ads.
I just don't understand that.
Yeah,
What?
but if you are watching this, and you make sure you watch those ads. Yeah,
Click on them.
Buy
No.
some shit.
YouTube Premium, I think there is no worse deal in media.
It does feel that way.
$15.99.
On the wrong platform to be saying that right now.
No, because YouTube are the devil. But yeah, it's just awful. I don't $15.99 just because people are too lazy to press skip advert twice.
I pay it.
Do you? I got to the sign up phase and went $15.99. That's so disgusting. I'm not even taking the free month YouTube.
I don't think I paid that much though. I thought it was like $8 or $9 is what I was paying.
No, go check it.
If I know, man, I'm subscribed to a lot of things. They get me in the end. Everybody does.
So how are we? Is everything good? Let's pretend that we haven't spoke for the last half an hour.
Beautiful.
No,
I'm glad.
We'll see how long I hang in here.
Obviously we're going to talk about the miners and the aliens and all that sort of stuff. So I've just been looking through like Google, and the woman in that news report just goes like so nonchalantly, miners sometimes dress up as aliens to confuse the locals, to scare the wits out of them. I've been searching for anything that suggests that there is previous.
They do this all the time.
Yeah, that there is, and there's the only articles that suggest miners dress up as aliens is ones that of the last couple of days.
I don't know if she's taking the piss.
She's not taking the piss, but you could see have you just got that clip just to play on its own?
She's reading what she's paid to read. That's her job. Yeah.
But just look at the way she looks down. Even when she's saying it, she looks down like that. She's embarrassed saying what she's saying. Watch. I'm no body language expert. Fucking hell, she is terrifying.
Miners will go in and try to scare the wits out of
Watch.
villagers by pretending to look like aliens, etc.
She's
she's embarrassed.
embarrassed of what she has to
She
say
just-
there.
He's like one of the best UFO investigators out
And
there,
that
and he was one of the
guy,
first people to throw
is
water
about as
on all of this.
trustworthy
So what was
as
your
allowing
first
Ian
clue,
Huntley
Ben?
to
You
look
were
after
so
your
quick,
kids.
He doesn't look
with
like he's
your
allowed within
assessment.
500 yards of a school
Well,
or
thanks for
playground.
teaming me up.
I don't know if he's actually saying that he does believe this, though.
No, he said he doesn't believe it.
The minor
She looks like a
story.
witch, right? Like she'd be an awesome witch for Halloween or like a Tuesday.
Yeah, or what it is like she used to be Snow White at Disneyland, and then they had to get rid of her and
Oh.
get somebody younger in, and
She was the witch. at
no,
Disneyland.
no. She became the witch, but she started off as Rapunzel.
Bro, not with that nose.
But
Damn.
If you listen here, it does sound like he's saying it's ridiculous.
For such high expectations, first of all. So what's really weird about this, the whole thing is weird. Okay, so let's try to unpack this a little bit. A lot of the events that are being reported are true. We have video of the authorities showing up. We have video of the villagers running out into the jungle shooting at something. Okay, but after the investigation, what they come out with is they say that the prosecutor says that they believe the police investigation summarizes that these were miners protecting.
say, just pause that for a second.
Jetpacks.
I don't know anything about law, especially not American law, which is where they are, and definitely not Peruvian law. I don't understand why he said the prosecutor said it.
Because somebody told him to say it. Dude, this is not his reporting. He's saying what he's told to say.
Yeah,
He-
that's true.
his-
The,
he works for Discovery.
that would be a court case if there was a prosecutor. There's no fucking prosecutor. There's just been a series of events that have happened. Somebody's written a report about series of events and said,
Mhm.
"There's your report." He's throwing words in there to make
Correct.
himself sound clever.
Or he's not doing it and somebody else is. Or he's making
Hmm.
it up on the fly. Either way, he's pushing a narrative. He works for Discovery Plus, not even regular
Also,
Discovery.
If you could fit your whole fist between his eyes,
Like I got big hands. All he can do that.
Nobody's. Yeah, I've got massive hands.
he looks like a sloth.
Nobody's reporting on this. Like people. It's like passing through the night. This case, and like everybody's like they're settling on the fucking minor story. I don't
Minus with
get it.
jetpacks. Minus with jetpacks is, and I'm not saying it's aliens, yeah, but it's aliens. But I'm not saying it's aliens. But what I am saying is, minus with jetpacks is more ridiculous than aliens.
Be awesome though, right?
They're flying around on jetpacks with hoods and masks and glowing something and going around cutting people's throats. So let that sit just for a second. It really sounds like an episode of Scooby-Doo where, Mr. Withers puts on a goblin mask and is trying to protect his gold. It is almost far-fetched as the fact that the villagers believe these are 7-foot aliens.
Thank you for watching.
I mean,
I'd love to see what his whole interview was, because they've just added a snippet there because they needed a snippet.
Mhm.
I wouldn't mind betting that wherever he is, he's going, "Oh man, I said really good stuff after that." What I do find weird is that they've, like, News Nation have basically come out, right? They came out with Grush and they were like, everybody needs to take aliens seriously. Everyone needs to take UFOs seriously. It's going to Congress. This is happening. And now this story comes out and they go, "Oh, it couldn't possibly be aliens. Who would believe in those?"
News Nation, the
That's
propaganda arm of the deep
Weird.
state.
Absolutely. 100%. 100%.
You know what no one is talking about? The dude missing his fucking face.
Yes. That we can't show you now on YouTube because channels are getting fucked up for it.
Yep, they'll take the channel now apparently.
Just like a face.
And your neck apparently.
see, I don't think that guy that comes out the water is
Dead?
timescales wise in line with this,
No.
but it is very close to the area.
No, it is. It is because that video came on YouTube 60 days. Sorry, that
months
video
ago.
was released 60 days ago. The Peruvians have said what's going on now has been going on since July.
Yep. But let's just say it's not. I mean, arguing whether it's in or out, the thing we can't talk about is the thing we should be talking about. The thing we can't show is the thing people need to see.
Yes.
That's how censorship works. This is how distraction works. Let's put them on jetpacks and make fun of them and tell them that we scare them with glow sticks in the jungle because they're primitive people.
Yeah.
But they're just fucking people, man. They just happen to live in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't mean they're any dumber. Doesn't, that's not it. They don't worship planes that fly overhead as sky gods. They understand how things work. And because they live with firearms in the jungle and depend on them, I'm pretty sure they can hit what they shoot at. And not only that, the government has gotten involved, right? Like, I don't know that everything's related. I just know that, again, whatever, so if YouTube's going to rip the channel down if we show images of that means that's because the image is real. And everything about that image, if you watched our Rockfin show or you've seen it online, should make you go, what? How did that happen?
I will pop the Rockfin link up in the description so people can take note of it and go back and listen to last because we went pretty deep on this on the Rockfin show, and if we can't show that video, I'm sure all of you will have seen it, but me, Dave, and Orphan Red did a bit of a
you didn't warn Orphan Red beforehand. She'd never seen that before.
No, we were like it's a dry or go home. It's like that's how it goes in. But yeah, the Rockfin link is now in the description. Come over. 278 of you have already come over. That's how many subscribers we've got in such a small space of time, which is lovely. But I think the thing is, right? I can't. Is it Alpericaris? Pericaris, something like that. I can't pronounce it properly. But that is what the Peruvians are calling these creatures.
Face rippers.
The face peelers. So you've got a video from Peru with a guy with no face within the last 2 months. I'm gonna say that it's not a huge logical leap to say that has something to do with the fact that they're calling these things face peelers. If he had no feet, I'd go, do you know what? It's probably nothing to do with it. But the fact I've never seen a man with his face peeled,
entire face
clean off the bone.
You've clearly never been to the Sudan. Man. And not only that, there's not burn marks. There's not any evidence that I could see chemical burnouts because you'd be able to see those pretty easy. The red.
Either that, or he ended up on the wrong side of a Fauci insect test.
It's still even that. Say it was that, it would not be that clean.
No,
it would not be that complete. And the way the flesh held off the back of the neck when they moved it. You're just like,
it's not real. It wasn't that for me. For anyone that wants to go to Rockfin, I made like a pretty big deal of. When he comes up the hill, the guy stumbles and they drop the body. That guy's neck gets so compacted, like forward. If it was a mask, they would have to reshoot that because there's no way you can drop somebody on their neck like that without them moving. You couldn't no-sell that.
The blood drainage from the extremities, the way it was still in the torso, the way you could see how stiff the legs were, and the shoulder sockets and like main tissue of the body was still moving loose, like kind of jello, like it does, like meat does. But like the outer arms and stuff, those fingers stayed how they were. Like you could tell everything was setting in and or had already set in and was kind of going away for a moment, whatever. Being in the water, who knows? The limited amount of blood, everything about it. It's just crazy.
Almost waiting for like a movie studio to say this is ours. It's a film prop.
Yeah. Dude, if it's a film prop,
it's good.
Well done.
Yeah, I can
Well done.
confirm as well. I can confirm, although a difficult wank, not impossible.
Oh, I didn't think it was difficult at all. You just got to rub some salt on it, you know, make it interesting. It so it, let's say something did that. I mean, oh, fuck, obviously something did that. Right? That's a stupid thing. Let's assume something. Obviously something did it. We just don't know what. What would be the purpose be?
Can you imagine the chain of events that have to happen to accidentally peel your face off?
That's a bad day.
Can I? People are saying so illegal miners. So let's forget the jetpacks for a second.
Right.
Let's just say they would just, I don't know, hopping around. They could jump really high, whatever. They were being shot at. They were shooting at. Say these are miners, illegal miners. They would have weapons, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
They would have weapons.
Yeah, it's what the Chinese do in Africa. They go in with AKs, they scare people off, they mine for gold, they claim jump.
If the villagers are shooting at them,
Mhm.
wouldn't the miners shoot back?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's how these things are done.
Right, I don't know as well. See, this is the.
I think the miner thing's a distraction. That's what they want us talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's address the jet.
It's a minor distraction. That was brilliant.
But not like the Epstein Island minor distraction.
So the jetpack thing. I'm looking for the company. Like I've just got a picture. I'll just bring the picture up. I can explain everything else without bringing the website up.
The craziest thing is illegal miners in Peru, of all places. One, they're not going to be 7 feet tall. All right, that's not it. They're not going to decide, I don't want to play professional basketball. I'm going to become an illegal miner in Peru. Yeah, right. They don't have the skill set to fly this damn thing. And how much does that thing even cost?
This is the thing, because I've done for once. I did some research. This is the world's first and only consumer jetpack. So you can go and buy one of these. This is the only consumer jetpack you can buy. Not only, if you go onto the website, as I did, there is no price on this thing. It's like price on serious interest. So you've got to get in touch with them, prove you can fucking purchase one of these things and do it. This guy travels the world. This is how rare these things are. This guy travels the world doing displays with it. It's also 100% electric. So I don't know if you guys have ever tried to use anything that requires batteries that needs an awful lot of energy, but I reckon that thing probably has a flight time of about 15 fucking minutes before it runs out of juice. Also, if Ollie, did you find the video of it in Belgium? You're muted, by the way, Ollie.
No wonder you've all been ignoring me.
Well, just stop. Why? I don't understand why you mute your mic all the time.
I didn't mean to. I don't think I did either.
But yeah, so this is a display from the Belgian Grand Prix last year.
This is the one.
Yeah.
Where the girl is holding the photo up.
So that's the hoverboard guy, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, that's the hoverboard. That's not the jetpack.
No, but this is the actual what you call it.
That's the photograph from the thing. But what I am going to say about that, I didn't realize it was the hoverboard guy that did it. Right, that's not a consumer item. You can't buy that.
I wish you could.
But the illegal gold miners in Peru who make $10 a day, they got it.
Well, this is the thing, right? I mean, what the fuck are they mining? That
gold.
So let's break this down here. So even if they're $100,000 each, I think there'd be more than $100,000, to be honest. How many of them are there? Like, that thing also doesn't appear to be like the most nimble of crafts. And if they're zipping around the fucking jungle, remember? So in and out of trees, in and out of thick forest. What are they mining as well that they can put that sort of money in? Right? Every company's got an overhead, yeah. So if you're decided you're going to go and
I know how much they
do that.
cost, by the way.
What the hoverboard or
The jetpacks you can actually buy.
Yeah, how much
Yeah.
are they?
Depending on how much you weigh, between $350,000 and $450,000.
Right. It's not that. It's not. So let's say there was. They said there was more than one. So let's for the sake of argument, let's just say there was 3 to 5. So you're going to wax that amount of money before you've even started mining. What the fuck are they mining? Unicorns.
You can rent a jetpack for $5,000 a day.
Ooh. What?
You can rent a jetpack for $5,000 a day. It includes like 30 minutes of flight time or something.
That's right.
And you spend all day learning safety. So basically you get to get up and float around in an area and go over water and come back down. And
yeah.
So
that's right. I'm not having that. I'm not having the
So boys, Formula One, yeah?
Yeah.
Look at that exact where I've paused it there.
Yes.
We're not the first to do this. Somebody else has done this. I wish it was us, but
I think he time traveled and saw us doing it
absolutely
in the future, and then he came back to the past and stole our idea.
So I found a cheaper one allegedly for $3,000.
Yeah, that's
no. Sorry, that's $3,000 for like an hour. Never mind.
That's the girl as well. That's the girl that got her neck cut.
Is it?
Doesn't look like her.
I believe it is. Just a minute, I'll try and find out.
Because that girl was quite heavy set. Had her neck cut. I've never said those words before. Normally, I'd just say fat. How weird. 'Cause I'm allowed because I'm fat, so it's them's the rules.
It looks like her.
All right, racist Ollie.
That's what I was gonna.
No,
low hanging fruit. It's a little early in there to start.
So if you look at this girl here, and she's got her neck covered.
Yeah.
Then you've got the picture of the girl here.
They are entirely different people.
Yeah. Now here's the thing:
they've got different skin tones.
Yeah. Is she saying that is the actual picture of them, or is that what it kind of looked like?
I think she's been given that phone and said, "Fucking hold that up."
Yeah, I kind of think so too. Do that, and I'll let you keep the phone. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm
just gonna find out. I'm gonna have to read this. So.
The fact that we're all babbling about these different things and everyone is talking about it and trying to figure out, XYZ glider goblin. Clearly, it's debunked, and everyone's ignoring the dude who actually got his face ripped off, getting pulled out of the water. He got nibbled away by fish in what? 90 seconds? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Sorry. Welcome back, browse mode.
It is. It's all fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Yeah, man. I don't know. I want to know more about that. How many other mutilations like that are happening in that area that we're not hearing about? Because I got to be honest, someone missing their face like that, I feel like that should be bigger news.
I think it should be bigger news. I mean, like I'm pretty all in that there are, and obviously this being YouTube, I'll have to be careful how I put this. But yeah, I'm pretty all in on the idea that various things have happened, from like fires to this to like big outbreaks of the sniffles, to buildings quite a few years ago, like falling down in their own footprints.
One of those buildings didn't get hit by anything.
No, I didn't even suggest that the first two got hit by something, so I don't know what you're talking about. But do you know what? Right, in code, I was only thinking to myself this the other day. So, Pentagon, we see the video. Doesn't look like that was hit by what it's supposed to be hit by. Nothing hit number 7. Yet we're all quite happy to believe, and I've always thought the no aircraft thing was ridiculous. But isn't it weird how 2 had nothing to do with them, but we're so willing to accept that the other 2 did? I'm not sure anymore. But either way, what I'm trying to say is that I think there is, if you were going to do Project Bluebeam, like, I mean, we are talking about something like a psychological operation, the likes of which the world has never seen. You would have to test each individual element of your plan separately. I think that's what's happening.
Maybe. I think Grush is the build-up for Bluebeam.
Yes, I do.
I think this just happened.
I think this has been happening, like they said, since July.
No. I agree. It's been happening.
And it wasn't supposed to get out. I think this is we are going to need the people falling down in the streets type videos we had. We're going to need something with some substance. I think this is the dress rehearsal. If not the dress rehearsal, what if it was being filmed? What if it was being filmed right now in order to use that footage 12 months down the line?
Maybe. But it could also be that this is just the normal occurrence there. Like this is a story that goes back longer than 2 months. I mean, they have a damn name. And there's a thing. There is a history of creatures in Peru that are 7 feet tall. The cloud people of Peru.
Yeah. Yes.
The sky people, who you could make appease to, and they might help you out, or they might eat you. Maybe they came back. Maybe they never left.
I mean, look. Even if, because I've never been more convinced, and I've never been convinced either. I've never thought we were ever going to find anything out. I've never thought we were going to see anything. I always thought this was going to be the forever dangling fruit, which like my son when he's 30 would be doing virtual reality podcasts about Roswell, and we'd still know exactly what we know now. That's what I thought was going to happen. I don't now. I think we're going to see crafts. I think we're going to see aliens, and I think we're going to get given at least their narrative of what's going on.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, on the other hand, so obviously I've banged on about Project Bluebeam for quite a long time on this show. Ever since the first report started coming out, I was like going, oh, I'm not so sure about this. But what if it is real? And what if this sort of congressional hearing stuff is being pushed forward because Eisenhower did sign some sort of deal in order to do, like, you can have X number of people, we get CDs, which seems like a bad deal. But that either that deal has run out, someone's reneged on the deal, maybe the deal is finished, and whoever the deal was with just went, do you know what? Kind of like this place. I think we should have it.
That's a lot to unpack. I think Project Bluebeam and something that's actually here don't have to be mutually exclusive.
No.
Yeah. I think there can absolutely be something here, and Project Bluebeam be part of it to pitch these things that people know are here and exist among us and around us, and they're trying to control the spin on it. I don't know. I don't know why. Why not just continue to keep it secret? We're just a bunch of crazy people talking online. They don't have to do this. So if they're doing this, there's a reason for it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that jetpack image, that they don't make it clear whether she's showing what it resembled, or whether that's the photograph she took. So they're keeping it very
ambiguous. Yeah, that means she didn't take it.
No.
That means somebody put that damn thing in her hand. So did it look like this? Yeah. Hold this. Click. Yeah. Oh, there's the headline.
So that do you know what that means? At least, right? That means if nothing else, there's some sort of cleanup team there. There's some sort of narrative management going on, and because that's the other thing as well. Like, I know Peru's not a fucking third world country. I'll tell you one thing: there's no Peruvian Formula One drivers. Like Formula One, although one of the biggest motorsports in the world, as a Formula One fan that has to now and again try and find people to talk about Formula One to, if you go into a bar, you're lucky to find another Formula One fan. Very lucky. It's still, although a global sport, still quite a niche sport. I don't believe that girl in Peru, when asked what does it look like, went, well, I remember seeing this like guy on a hovercraft. It was over the Belgian Grand Prix weekend in 2022. Hang on, just let me pull that up. I'll be able to out that. It looked like that.
also hang about.
She didn't know that was a thing. I don't believe that.
They also said
somebody told.
They said red shoes, didn't they? Red shoes with lights on. They didn't mention a board.
Well, no, they said it was shoes with red lights on.
Yeah, shoes with red lights on. Do you? If you're talking blue beam scenario, do you? I mean, let's just put it out there. Was this a test?
That's what I mean.
That went completely wrong, and it wasn't meant to get past that village.
This is the Hang Tight said. Oh no, sorry. Would you like? I don't know. Don't know what you're saying. I didn't mean to bring that comment up. It was Frank. Sorry, Frank said, "Wait a minute. If it's blue beam, why is there a cleanup team?" I think pretty much Ollie's going to answer your question there, because this could have been either a dress rehearsal, or like I said, like at some point, the
best place to test it. Small area.
Man, again. We can't, although it seems to be a bit more relaxed now, we're still going to be quite careful with things. There was videos coming out of China of people dropping on the floor in the street. Those videos were filmed at some point. There was films of people, of stretchers in hospitals in China. Those videos had to be filmed at some point because it was propaganda. Yeah. We know 100% that was propaganda now. Maybe this is what they were doing.
Well, they were filming that during the breakout. Actually,
maybe this is them filming the
maybe that it's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. But like the fact that there is this containment and cleanup team, the fact that they are explicitly trying to divert from the fucking guy who got his face ripped off. Actually, it looks like it was surgically removed. Like that thing was scrubbed clean of flesh. Ripped off does not describe what that looked like. That does not make sense. And the thing is as
well, is sorry to butt in.
No worries.
But however that was done, that's been done to somebody lying down, because there was still part of his face left on this side that was on the ground. So to me, I'm gonna like maybe imply stuff here. Sorry if anyone's not happy about that, but that would suggest to me that was something on top of the guy doing the stuff, just to one side. Like,
kinky.
I don't know what could be what could be the reason for it. Do you know what I mean?
Looks like it was lasered off.
Are they running around? Are they running around munching faces?
It looks like it was lasered off. And why would you want that flesh? Like, it's not for meat. There's better tasting meat on people than the face.
What I mean.
You know what I mean?
If you've ever tried to take the meat off a bone before it's actually being cooked,
yes,
it clings to it. and you've got like little bits on there. It's almost like when you pull an oyster out, you've got that sucker, but that's everywhere. The whole meat sucks onto the skull.
I
the
would,
bone.
if I was going to throw a guess out, and again, this is 100% just me throwing shit at the wall. I would say that the removal of the area of the skin is the result of something, but not the actual mission.
Maybe. Yeah, it's just like Mr. Squash said, the skull looked acid washed. It kind of did to a certain extent, but there wasn't obvious burning and blistering that you see on flesh from that, and it was too clean, and the meat on the back of the neck was just loose.
And it was also that body had only been left there for maybe overnight. You know,
that long.
Yeah.
And the hair, nothing was happened to that either.
Mhm.
So if it's a liquid, like they held his head in acid for a few minutes, you're gonna have to hold his hair back, right? Like if you're doing that, you don't care. You're still gonna burn out, blister, score, like you know what I mean? It's acid.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
and
get the
then-
blood though, would you? There was blood. There was.
Coming from the scalp, but I mean, you could still bleed through an acid burn like that, probably. The neck was just too clean. The face, like around it, is surgical. It looks like someone took a surgical, like just going through it. The first thing that popped in my head, that's like a surgical laser. If you've ever seen those things cut, because because the only part that was bleeding over here was the part that was still getting washed in the waves. So that salt water in the sand would be abrading what had been cauterized. You know what I mean? I have a friend who's you actually met him.
I keep seeing the comments pop up from Polar Bear, and every time we say something else, he's more and more happy that he hasn't seen this video.
Everybody should see this video.
Except your children.
You know, it's funny. Moody Mongol's right. When it comes to eating people, I am an ass man first. He's not wrong. Yeah, man. It's too clean. I got a friend. You guys, I think you met him. You should have. He was at the party. He's an ME. And I'll see him. Not this first time I see him, which should be this Tuesday. I'm going to ask him about that specifically. Because I would love to know what his medical opinion would be. I bet he'll be like, what the hell is that? That's just crazy.
We haven't seen a doctor or anybody like talk about that to try and debunk it yet.
No.
You know, if somebody who deals with
surgeons in my friend group.
Yeah, but that would be the person to look at that and go, that's not real. Those bones aren't like that, or whatever. You know, that would be the perfect person to do that.
I should know Tuesday night because I have a Taco Tuesday with a bunch of them that are. So I was like, hey guys, look at this.
So we'll find out on Thursday's Rockfin.
Yeah.
I won't be here probably. Wait, no, Thursday Rockfin. No, yeah, I'll be here Thursday Rockfin.
Yeah. I think look, the fact that and there is some pretty gross stuff on YouTube. You know, under the 18 thing. You know, I mean, I did a movie reaction video to the whole of is it hamster? Guinea pig it's called. Which is that it's just me and my friend did a movie reaction to it. It's over on Musty Audio if you must. That's like a royalty-free movie, so we just did we streamed the whole thing, and the entirety of the movie is just a woman being strapped to a chair, being tortured to death.
Solid Thursday night.
When I want to say, who's Tiger Blood? What's his name again? Actor Tiger Blood. Probably did nasty things with Corey Haim.
Oh, Corey. Charlie Sheen.
Yes, yeah. Allegedly, when Charlie Sheen saw that video, he took it to the police because he thought he'd been given a snuff movie.
What movie is this?
Guinea Pig.
haven't seen it. Seems like Charlie Sheen would keep that for his collection of snuff movies. Did you find Jesus or something?
But yeah, so that's just like, so that's clearly fake. So YouTube have allowed it on their platform. So the fact that YouTube won't allow this on the platform suggests to me that it is in fact into like an actual human body that's there.
Yeah, man. Whatever you can't talk about is what you should be talking about.
Yes.
You know, whatever you can't talk about, like ivermectin. Don't talk about ivermectin. It's bad. We're gonna pull medical license. What just came out?
Yeah.
Ivermectin's the best treatment.
Mm-hmm.
You should be taking ivermectin.
It's crazy.
How many people, yeah, dude. How many people lost their medical license? How many pharmacists? How many doctors?
Mm-hmm.
All of that, and it took years later. Now here we are. Same thing with this.
How many people lost their lives? That's the biggest thing.
Woohoo! Skinny Bob.
Skinny Bob, thank you, my lad.
So, I again, the thing is, although unrelated, I mean, it is related. It involves fucking aliens and tall ones. The Las Vegas thing happened a few months ago now. This has happened. I can't remember. And I remember, like, we've had hoaxes before. Don't get me wrong, we've had hoaxes. But the only hoax I can remember breaking the mainstream was the alien autopsy. I don't think we've had, since the alien autopsy, another story. I don't know. I'm not completely convinced by the
guy who wrote a book that you can't buy, tells an excellent story, but all his information is nonsense with all the fake websites and bullshit that he's built. And between him and his sister, and every trail leads nowhere.
I've tried to find out stuff about him, especially with the music connection, with him being like a music producer and stuff like that. I looked into all that. I couldn't find anything. So yeah, I have no idea. I still like. I think the thing is, and things should get easier to clock as time goes on. But that thing still looks as legitimate today as it did when I saw it in the 90s. And then when I took notes of it, no films aged like that. Alien is one of the best aging films. Yeah.
Good practical effects,
yeah. But that alien that face hugger bursting out of that chest, it has not aged as well as the alien autopsy.
No,
that's wild. Jurassic Park not aged as well as the alien autopsy. The best special effects the world had to offer at a similar point in history. Jurassic Park.
That's a fair point. It is a similar point in history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Autopsies on the X-Files.
Yes. Aged horribly. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's one of those ones.
There's probably not one special effect you could put up against that's on a film back then.
No, I don't think so.
Not off the top of my head.
And like when we did the alien autopsy show, like the special we did on it, I pulled up the previous work that this special effects artist or supposed special effects artist that built the model had done, and it was wank. Like, no, I mean, not wank, like as in it was all.
I know what you mean.
It was all Doctor Who stuff. It wasn't fit for. I didn't see any of those pictures. Go, oh my god, is that real alien? Oh no, it's Doctor Who. And don't forget that was with the money that the BBC was putting into Doctor Who at that time.
Yeah, and that guy didn't really run with that notoriety for doing something so amazing.
Nope.
Yeah, he's not like, oh, this was me. Look at this. Look, this is what I can do. Turn me loose. Get me in the movies. Get me a real budget.
Well, everyone
getting an Oscar for special effects.
Yeah, I remember all of the stuff. all of the stuff from the alien autopsy where they had people from Industrial Light and Magic on going, oh my god, well, if we can find out who did that, we'd give them a job tomorrow. Yeah, that's
I
like
remember that interview.
Yeah, it's Industrial Light and Magic. Now, if that was you and you're working for the BBC, you're hello, Industrial Light and Magic. I made the alien.
Here's how I did it. This is what I used. This is how I filmed it. This is fantastic. You're the new supervisor of practical effects. Come on in. Because we can't do. And I remember them saying that's like, we can't. The thing I remember them being amazed with is when he was cutting and the blood would run down. And he's like, we can't do that. I remember they like freeze frame. Like, wait, how did? And they're all like talking among themselves. They're like, we don't know how they did that.
Moody Mongol, he's got a point there that the CGI stuff was like the beginning of CGI movies in Jurassic Park, but there was also a fucking huge amount of practical effects in that too.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's I don't know. It's just one of those. It's forever. It's forever going to be a bone of contention, I think, when it comes to stuff. It wouldn't surprise me, to be perfectly honest. It would not surprise me if it is fake anyway. Like either way, it wouldn't surprise me if that alien autopsy ends up being wrapped up into this disclosure thing we've got now, because they've already been sort of hinting at the alien interview as being real, aren't they? You're talking
about the
they have
the one,
actually.
Is that the one where that thing is in shadow and somebody turned up the brightness, messed about the contrast and stuff like that, and you could see that there was more to the body than just
how's no one done that before? Isn't that crazy?
It's just a practical effect, man. They just took their time with it. They knew at some point somebody would start. No, you wouldn't.
No.
Especially if it's a movie or for fun filming, you're going to do like a torso or a third top, because that's where you're going to do all your investment.
The thing's always been with that film that the people that debunked it said it was a guy dressed in black set against a background with it,
again, you've got nobody that claims it though. You've got nobody that that goes, look what I did here. Look at this puppet. How good I made this. This is how we got it working.
The only caveat I have for that is that there is a do you guys know what homunculus is first?
Is it a growth on the end of a penis?
I went to public school, bro. I don't know.
Right. Homunculus is like old school alchemy. And what people would do is they would take, like, obviously, it's just what you'd normally do. You would take an unfertilized chicken egg and you would inject human sperm into the egg to try and fertilize the egg with human
chimera.
Yeah. The apparently these things have been reared, like, and there's no evidence of this, obviously. And there was a TV series, or not TV series, there was a YouTube series some guy did about a homunculus, and it's probably bullshit, obviously, but it's really well done. Like the way it moves, because it ends up looking a bit like a sea anemone in like a fish tank, and you can see he feeds it meat, and the way it feeds and stuff is, the guy did a tremendous job on it. Anyway, the series doesn't end because the guy died of a massive heart attack, so it was just lost. It just became folklore. Like, what happened to this guy? There's Reddit posts about maybe the homunculus, because at the end of it, like, it had an eye and like it wasn't happy. He made another homunculus to try and to keep.
That's what happened to the Skinny Bob guy.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Look, people die.
Ivan.
People die all the time, especially now, like maybe 200 extra a day than normal. All over the place, certain countries.
Totally normal. Happens all the time.
But
do you think
stop gardening, right?
and having cold showers, you can just have a heart attack like that. I read it in The Guardian. Sorry, go on, Ollie.
Do you think we're going to see anything more of this Peru case, or do you think they've?
I
They've
don't think so. I think it's going to be like the Las Vegas case. Because don't forget, we were supposed to be getting like proper footage of that. Like there is, like, if you take things at face value, there is video footage of that creature. And
that bit, what, where it's bent down?
No. The kid said, didn't he, that he had video of the creature and he was going to release it, and then it stopped, and he said he was
And he
going to work
changed
with
the
Netflix.
whole damn tune. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very weird. Change of direction too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's for a prank like that as well. Is it not? Is it a felony to ring 911?
It's not a felony. It's like a misdemeanor, and even then, it's very rarely put in. And again, when the cops showed up, and they were jovial and joking, but they were also a little disturbed. And if they're disturbed, that means everyone in the family's saying the same damn thing.
I mean, speaking of felonies, to kind of break it up again, we're going to have to touch on this. The lady.
Now this new video, are we learning anything
News
more?
Nation again.
Nicole, a little bit more from this exchange with police at the Dallas-Fort Worth airport. This comes from their body camera video that News Nation obtained exclusively, and it's from the moments after 38-year-old Tiffany Gomez was kicked off of that American Airlines plane that was waiting to take off at the Dallas-Fort Worth airport when she went on.
Did you say this comes from the body camera that News Nation managed to get exclusively?
Yeah.
Kicked off of that.
That'll be the news channel that no one heard of
at the Dallas-Fort Worth airport when she went on that
They're the
expletive-laden tirade. Take a look at what happens after police confront her after she had been kicked off the plane.
I don't care if I'm ever fly with y'all ever again. I want to know what happens to this flight right here. Do not let that flight leave. Being dead serious. Do not let that flight leave.
And in several of these body camera videos that News Nation got, Gomez told police.
I mean, that's very dramatic to say, don't let that plane leave because my AirPods are still on there. You know, that's.
I'm trying to.
Because that's the story, isn't it? That apparently she fell out with somebody on board the plane because her AirPods.
Took her AirPod.
He took her AirPods, yeah. And now we're getting this.
That she got into an argument with a man on the plane after she switched seats with him, and she claims that the man stole her AirPods. Police again encounter Gomez outside the airport, where they have to remind her again to leave.
My dad's a cop. You, dude. You.
Okay. Well, do you have any questions for us?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I'd like for you to get the out of my face.
Okay. You have a nice day.
You too.
Shouldn't sound drunk.
And we also obtained the police report. It looks like Gomez was given a citation, but refused to sign it. She reportedly told reporters from the Daily Mail just yesterday that people should not judge her. Nicole?
All right, that is true. I feel like we need to hear from the man that she was sitting next to. There's so many unanswered questions here, Evan. Thank you. Thank you.
Right. I have something else to roll here. And I find this odd. I haven't listened to all of this either. I listened to like 30 seconds of it before we did it. The clip's 2 minutes. So she has since come out and done like a little selfie video.
I've not seen this.
No. I don't think this is the same person.
They cloned her.
Can we see it?
Yes. But I'm just putting that out now that I do not believe this is the same person. So here we go.
Filters are a hell of a thing.
It's me, Tiffany Gomez, probably better known as the crazy plane lady. which is completely warranted. As you know, I have been unwilling to speak on the viral video, but I do finally feel that it's time. First and foremost, I want to take full accountability for my actions. They were completely unacceptable. Distressed or not, I should have been in control of my emotions, and that was not the case. My use of profanity was completely unnecessary, and I want to apologize to everyone on that plane, especially those that had children aboard. Can't imagine going through that and trying to explain to your kid what in the world just happened. We all have our bad moments, some far worse than others, and mine happened to be caught on camera for the whole world to see multiple times. Sorry, trying not to sound like Minnie Mouse. Well, it has been really comical for everyone, and I have highly enjoyed so many of the memes. On the flip side, it is very invasive and unkind. And I don't know what I would do without the love and support of my friends and family. They are loyal to a fault, and I don't know what I did to deserve them. Sorry, y'all. I hope that I can use this experience and do a little bit of good in the world, and that is what I intend to do. I hope that you guys can accept my apology and I can begin to move on with my life.
Lee, is that her profile? If you click
No,
on it,
that is on this Dom.
Hi,
I
everyone.
can't say it.
It's
His
me, Tiffany
Twitter
Gomez,
is
probably better known
very
as
much worth a
the
follow.
Crazy Plain.
Very much. He is into this stuff. Into if you're watching this podcast, you will very much enjoy his Twitter account.
it doesn't sound like her.
Doesn't sound like it. I think we should probably.
I don't think it looks like her.
What?
I don't think it looks like her.
Yeah, I'll just stop sharing that, and I'm going to bring up the.
I sent something in the private chat, by the way, to bring up later. Just FYI. I think it's going to tie in. Not at this moment. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe she did. Maybe she did have a breakdown. Maybe that's 100% on point. You know, whatever. It's curious.
That just looked so badly acted. Like it didn't look genuine to me. That
it didn't look like her.
She's older. She looks older.
Could have been lighting in her video.
I'm not going to.
As you just
I don't think that's the same person.
heard, the woman was pointing to the back on the plane saying
Yeah, I'm going to side with Lee on this one.
And this is the thing: there's people in the comments saying that's a lot of makeup. Show me, and if I'm quite willing to be taken to an airport for someone to prove this to me. Find me the ladies that haven't got lots of makeup on when they go on the planes.
Yeah, she
is
took
like
care of herself to get on that plane.
It's like a fucking Broadway fucking musical most of the time with the in airports. Everyone wants to look cool in airports. It's just like going to the gym. Everyone wants to look cool going to the gym. I don't know.
It's going to go down as one of the internet mysteries. You know what I mean? And the non-conspiracy type people will be like, dude, it's solved. She had a mental health breakdown. She made a video. And then you hold the two people together and you're like, you think these two people are the same people?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
Let me share something else. Oops, done a stop. I didn't mean to do a stop. I meant to do a share screen window. Yeah. So, I'm not I'm not convinced that's the same fucking person. I would go as far to say
She's dyed her hair for one.
she's dyed her hair for one.
Maybe he's trying to go unnoticed.
I don't even like. But
she's doing a good job.
So
that's the full. I would need to see a similar. Her face doesn't look the same. We can't see her ears in the other one. She's got her hair all down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. See that?
She looks like Jennifer Lopez there.
She looks a little older there.
But the thing, right? I mean, yeah, I get the makeup thing. Skin complexion, like she's like whiter. Maybe she tanned. I don't know, but
could be the lighting. Could be darker in there, lighter over there.
Lighting. But it just does not. That does not seem like the same person. Because the other thing I would say is this lady looks super slim, whereas this lady, although absolutely beautiful, she's not a super slim lady.
Yeah, I'm going to say she's the right kind of thick.
Yes, absolutely.
100%. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if that is her, she's been under a lot of stress. Stress will make you lose weight. Don't sleep.
Yeah.
Eat well. Mess with your metabolism.
I don't know. Skinny Bob says it's the same person. Craig thinks the eyes are different.
It's a good mystery.
It is a good mystery.
The thing that gets me is look how much thinner. Like, go to the other one. Her neck is.
Someone else. So a TV post up. Her own Twitter account is being suspected of unusual activities. There's no way to check if it's her. That's her. Interesting.
Look at the difference in the necks.
Filters make the face slimmer. But we don't know if there's a filter on that.
Definitely a filter. There's definitely a filter.
But there's a lot to make. Oh yeah, there is. Yeah,
there's a filter. You can see it. Yeah.
But that being said,
filters make you look better, not worse.
But because this is such low quality, like that there's as good as having a filter on this because it's so soft.
And that's the thing, dude. That is low quality, and she looks that good.
Yeah.
Where the giveaway is for me that I don't think it's her is when she says, trying not to sound like Mickey Mouse. It's almost like she's saying, I know I don't sound anything like that woman on that plane, so I'm trying not to sound like her.
Oh yeah, where she goes high pitched like Minnie. Yeah.
Yeah, she.
Yeah. Do you know what I do find interesting? I find it interesting she's got hoop earrings on there, and she's got hoop earrings on in this video, almost like it's something to connect the two people. Do you know what I mean?
Could just be her style.
Could just be her
women.
style.
Latino women love them hoop earrings, man.
But she's not. Well, but this is the thing. She's not Latino.
She doesn't look it. Not from this angle.
If she looks like California girl, something like
well, that. to be fair, I've spent time in Mexico, and there's a lot of Latino women down there that you would not think are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she looks Latino.
Yep.
I don't know. See that TV says, yeah, her neck's less fat. I think this looks, and like you say, could be stress. It's been a few weeks.
Could be stress drawn in her face, add those lines. But if she's obviously using a filter, it should be covering up those lines. Like I said, they make you look better, not worse.
Mm-hmm.
It's such an odd thing for this thing to just now come out after all this time, and at the same time, News Nation comes out.
I think it's interesting. Exclusive. I think this immediately. I think I don't know if it was you or Lee that touched on it a minute ago, talking about, because we've talked about a few things like the alien autopsy, the alien interview, right? And then afterwards, someone came out and said they're fake. It was a spoof. They're like, oh wow, this is another hoax, and the whole world went with it. Did no more investigating than taking like a soft word from someone that it was a hoax.
Mm-hmm.
And so I sent you a link of the ARP Bell 1997 Frantic Caller. Have you ever heard that?
The one that everybody calls a hoax.
The one where the guy allegedly called back in and said it was a hoax. He said, I was just acting. I didn't mean to. But while that guy was on the air, their entire broadcasting system crashed.
Yeah.
They lost the power. They lost the callers. They lost their satellite uplink. They lost everything. That had never happened before. And if you've never heard that call,
let's bring it up.
Especially with what's going on right now, it's worth listening to the call.
Yeah, no, because that was another one I didn't believe either, because the guy came back on, didn't he? Like
and he didn't sound like the guy. And he's like, well, I act, and then
like
and his voice that he put on did so maybe
did you give that to Ollie in the chat? Is that what you gave?
It's in our private chat.
Yeah, that's a really good idea to bring that back up.
That was actually fairly difficult to find, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can sort it another way. Here's the thing: is like it comes down to this Peru thing. I think touches on all these other instances that we in conspiracy communities get worked up about. Like, this is odd. Everything about this is weird. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't sound right. And then lo and behold, some third party comes from somewhere and it's like, oh, it's, blah, blah, blah. It's, it's a hoax. And everyone moves on. And those of us conspiracy are like, I don't know.
Mr. Reckless Line, before we say this, said Art Bell could have easily set that up and crashed it for effect. I'm not sure.
But he never did it other than this.
Yeah, but the thing is as well, because Coast to Coast is a commercial radio station.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where you would land legally if you purposely took down
Dick all your advertisers.
Yeah, a commercial radio station.
Yeah.
Like it's, it gets squirrely with sports events. When sports events have to be cancelled when something terrible happens and things like that, or when a motorsport race has to stop because it rains too much. It's advertisers aren't happy because they've paid. It's obviously Formula One is millions, but regardless, it's advertising budgets have parity with however big the company is, so somebody would be upset with it.
To speak to that point, so like in NASCAR in the US, when they're so against shutting down races that different tracks have different ways of keeping moisture off. Like one of them has a bunch of Harrier jet engines.
Yes, yeah, I've seen
that. They go out there and to dry it off. Why? Because they're having this fucking race.
Yeah,
this is happening
going forward.
Yeah. Let's listen. And I think with everything that's going on, this is interesting. Do we make sure that we shared the audio?
Yeah, it will play in a second.
And if he's a voice actor, bro, he's fucking awesome.
Oh, he's very good. Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you not doing fucking Audible books or cartoons or this? This should be a footnote in your career. You know what I mean? This is what launched it, just like the alien autopsy. You be the judge. Oh,
suspense. Line, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello, Art.
Yes.
Hi. I don't have a whole lot of time.
Well, look. Let's begin by finding out whether you're using this line properly or not.
Area 51.
Yeah, that's right. Were you an employee or are you now?
A former employee.
Former employee.
I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago, and I've kind of been running across the country. Oh man, I don't know where to start. They're gonna they'll triangulate on this position really, really soon.
Well, you can't spend a lot of time on the phone, so give us something quick.
Okay. Okay. What we're thinking of as aliens, Art, they're extra dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. The disasters that are coming, the military, I'm sorry, the government knows about them. And there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now, Art.
But they're not doing anything.
They are not. They want the major population centers wiped out so that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.
Discharge.
That's interesting.
I started getting.
Yeah, so if it's a bit and Art's in on it, he just killed his whole show.
Mm.
In 1997, before viral marketing campaigns were really like they are now on the internet. You know what I mean? And not only that, it's still kind of a crazy conspiracy thing. It's interesting.
I'm trying to get my head around, like, if somebody did have information that worked at Area 51, what would make them call in to our show? Why wouldn't they do a
go to regular
like,
media?
Yeah, why didn't they do like a Grush?
Back then? No, people didn't do things like that back then. No, you just get popped in the head because or you get ferried away. Dude,
The only
whole
reason
thing.
Rush is doing because he's in on it.
Yeah, he's getting paid to do it.
Go and ask Julian Assange how being a whistleblower works out for you.
Yeah, what was the little?
Go ask Chelsea Manning.
That's what I was gonna say. Ask Chelsea Manning how that worked out being a whistleblower.
Yeah.
Yeah, 24-hour psychological till they have reprogrammed his identity.
Yeah.
He made a choice. Yeah, I'm sure he made a choice. Under waterboarding, electrical shock, being under a million lumen light 24 hours a day, hearing children cry, and probably listening to Britney Spears songs on loop. And one of the fun things they don't talk about is how they speed the songs up and slow the songs down to mess with your sense of time. They can make an hour feel like a day. They can make a day feel like an hour. It's all at the speed at which they play the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's rough, man. Like they've got it mastered. It's mastery.
I've got an open one here, right? Because don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the call is real, but I do.
I'm not either.
But I do think that it is interesting, and I do think the caller that came on, you might be able to find that, Ollie. The goof Area 51 caller calls back on Art Bell, and we'll listen to the reply, like to when he comes back and said he was making it up. And see, because I can't remember. I remember hearing it years ago and thinking it didn't sound like the same person. It might do now with fresh ears. But to say to people in the chat here, like we've had this before with like the alien autopsy, where like we're having this skepticism. And don't get me wrong, it's good to be skeptical, of course it is. But at the end of the day, you are watching a fucking alien channel, so you can only be so skeptical. The thing is, I think there's like a fucking wild conspiracy at the heart of all this, regardless of what, right? There might be aliens, there might be back engineered technology, whichever one it is. If it's real, if it's fake, there is a conspiracy in some lens.
Something's going on.
Yeah, and I don't think that just going, oh, well, it's it's been debunked. This has been debunked. That's been debunked. No, will you stifle in conversation if you do that? And if we're gonna have, like, I think every single one of us is gonna have to be on our fucking toes with this stuff, because the next thing is you're in the fucking line getting your fucking vaccine for the aliens. That's this is not this is not the time to just go, oh, well, that's bullshit. Just move on. Because what if it's not bullshit? What if you're wrong? What if you're
Yeah.
wrong and we are on the precipice of like the most fucking wild thing any of us have ever seen?
It does feel like that. It feels like I mean, we say this a lot, but it feels like something's building.
Have you seen that footage? The Emma is that sorry? Just filthy cat. I will. I know what you're talking about, and I know Uri Geller has shared it, so I'll go into Uri Geller's thing. I didn't realize. Can you confirm if that's supposed to be MH370? Because I knew it was supposed to be a plane. I didn't know it was supposed to be MH370, and that has got me all manner of like nipple tweaking.
What is it? MH?
I'll bring it up, mate. I know it's on Uri Geller's.
Uri Geller.
Yeah, Uri Geller, only truth, fella.
I'd love one of his bendy spoons.
Of course. What you don't realize is that he bends it in your butthole.
It's not a deal breaker.
I'm intrigued.
Tell me more. You have my attention. I was just coasting through this till now.
you had my intrigue. Now you have my attention. Yeah. As if
You found it.
Yeah. I was more impressed with the fact that yeah, it is supposed MH370, right? Fucking awesome. Awesome. Like absolute fucking filthy cat. I fucking love doing live streams. The fact that you call people like by names like that. Fucking crazy. Right, this is supposedly, we might as well listen to him as well, the crazy bastard. Right.
Hi, my dear friends. Watch this. Tell me now what you all think and feel. These
Horny.
are satellite videos
I feel like I gotta take a shit.
leaked out by GOV source. This is incredible. If it's real, it's unbelievable. Basically shows 3 UFOs circling a plane.
I've always thought there was something
watching
fucking
this.
happened to that plane. That didn't crash.
It just never landed.
No.
Keep watching this.
I'm gonna be real with you right now. That's a hell of a thermal camera.
Hi, my dear friends. Watch this.
That's a lot of atmosphere between the camera and
Tell
the
me
object.
now what you all think.
Let's get to it, to a good bit of the still. So,
But the only problem I have with this is the same guy that showed us the fucking alien, and that was a fake alien.
oh
It
yeah,
looks
yeah,
good.
yeah. But I'm just bringing it up because it's just an interesting thing to pop up.
I have seen this, Lee.
You know
I
what's
didn't
weird?
realize it was Uri Geller.
I knew. No, sorry, it's not. Uri Geller's just reposted it. He didn't post it up first.
Right.
It's not
Okay.
come from Uri Geller. He's just co-opted it. But again, like look, everything from the guy, like the skull guy, that because that video, I don't know if anyone knows this, but the video of the guy with the face removed. This is one of the reasons I think it looks so bleached out. That's not the original video of it.
Mm-hmm.
If that video is, if you see the original video of it, that is a video that somebody's recording off somebody else's smartphone, and the one you see is just stabilized, and that's what they've took. But again, like the radar displays and stuff like that, we're once again seeing film from something else filmed on a mobile phone. It just seems to be a theme with all this stuff, doesn't it? And don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, I suppose that's how you'd sneak information out, isn't it? You would film it. You wouldn't be able to take the raw files.
That's what the old prison wallet's for.
Mm-hmm.
Put on a jump drive and keister it.
So yeah, I mean,
that's a hell of a thermal camera. I mean, let's seriously, we need to talk about that. That's unbelievable. Is this from another plane, filming another plane, or is this from the damn ground?
Okay, Dave. So you got me at that then. So because I'm thinking After Effects, it could be how they've faked it, but I know you know a thing or two about thermals. So
I mean, it looks like a thermal. Maybe it is After Effects. I mean, I don't know.
It's good. I'll say that because if you look, they actually disappear through the.
Quick one. You say if it's something on a plane, I take it is off a plane because this.
Yeah. See, if you go back to it, you can see the wash of the plane in the air, and you can see the slight color variation. Now, to be able to tell a slight color variation between the fucking air and the wash of the jet,
yeah,
is a very subtle fucking difference because there's a lot of atmosphere between these two objects. Right? See, look,
yeah.
So it would have caught the different jet trail. Those would be clouds, right? So you're looking for your green hot, so it's scaled. All right, so they're zooming in. They're zooming in from another plane, right? And they're trying to track. So these aren't from the same camera, obviously. This is from, see the wash behind it?
Mm-hmm.
And see those things? They're not putting off their own wash. They're spinning around in the clouds. See how they're not putting off a trail of wash?
Yeah.
And the plane is. That's why I said that looks like thermal.
Well, you see, this Yuri Geller said this is satellite imagery, which I'm not convinced that
that's not satellite imagery. That looks like it's from a. But it doesn't matter what it looks like it's from. But
does the plane disappear?
What's that?
It disappears at the end.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
No, I think that's fucking interesting because the plane disappeared, mate. That doesn't mean fake. Not in this situation.
No, see, it's still going through the cloud. Where does it disappear at? Which right or left? What are we talking about? Right there on the right where it flashed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't.
One on the left looks like thermal. It looks like it's from a drone.
Mate, the plane disappeared. If it's
MH317, that's even more why I don't buy it.
No, MH317 disappeared.
Yeah. I know that, but I've seen what people can do in After Effects if they want to.
See, that's going to be the continued problem. Is everything will be in question because everyone's going to say, "Well, you could do that in AI."
It's good.
We could replicate, any kind of miracle that you would want. Doesn't mean it did or didn't happen. It just means that we can trick the audience into thinking that. I don't know.
It's the fact that it's being filmed on a mobile device as well.
They're not. That's not filmed from a mobile. That's filming other screens. Look, did you see that?
Whoa!
Did you see the flash on the one that looks like it's thermal? Do that again.
What
was that? A penis?
Oh, it's the reflection of the guy's hand.
Okay, but look at the rest. So
it does look like a penis.
Black would be. It does look like a penis. So black would be cold. Cold.
Right.
If that's thermal, that looks like cold. It's like a blast of cold.
That's weird.
Boop.
What else can we see from that? Yeah, I take it. That's Yuri Geller. That's Yuri.
You can see whoever's.
It's just
that's Yuri's bendy finger.
Yeah.
Penis.
I like it. I don't believe it. I like it.
I don't know. I don't not believe it. That's what I'm going to say. I think that's genuinely. I think that's considering where we are right now, as in like we've just done a show that started off talking about fucking aliens attacking Peruvians. I think saying you don't believe it is stupid. Do you know what I mean?
If it's thermal, that's a hell of like. They're obviously thousands of feet apart, right? Thousands of feet apart. There's clouds there. That means there's ice crystals.
Yeah.
Fog can play hell. Clouds will play hell with thermal cameras unless they're super high-end ones. And the fact that if it is a thermal camera and it's picking up the difference between the jet wash and all that at that distance, right? Because you obviously see the engines glowing. You can see the warmth of then it would be hotter on the bottom. Because the pocket of lift's created over the top, so that's why it lifts.
It's just all this stuff now, because like I think Mr. Reckless Ryan's whoops, that's not you. Mr. X Ryan's got me wrong here, because I'm not saying I believe it. I'm saying I'm not willing to disbelieve it because of the point we're at. It's silly to disbelieve something like that, because you're to say you just go, nah, don't believe that. You're instantly cutting yourself off from further thought. It's just weird.
It is.
But interesting. And again, it's just more stuff. This is the thing. So like to say like I believe everything. I believe something's going on, because something's fucking going on. We just had a hearing about fucking UFOs. I don't fucking believe in UFOs. I don't believe in aliens. I don't actually think aliens really exist. I think we might be the fucking only fleshy thing in the universe.
Yeah, that might be true.
So that's the. See, that's it. He said there's no when there's no data, you can dismiss claims like this. No, you can't. You can't. That's a silly attitude. It's a silly attitude.
Yeah, and this is a conspiracy channel. So what would the point be of not delving into conspiracy is real? In fact, conspiracy proves that Occam's razor is lazy thinking. You know, I wouldn't say debunker, but the skeptic always, Occam's razor. Obviously, it's just someone playing a prank. That makes the most sense. Does it? Because, so like JFK, it was just one guy up there. He was disgruntled. He took the shots. He got him. That's it. Because Occam's razor, that makes the most sense. Or does it make the most sense that the CIA killed him because they didn't like what he was doing, and then they blamed it on other guys? They sent guys in to massively dose him with LSD so he couldn't talk about anyone, and then all their patsies went down with it, and they just got rid of everyone involved.
Yeah.
There's a trend, though, of people filming a smartphone screen through another smartphone.
Yeah, that's what it said. Yeah.
Because handheld cameras are super common now. Like, the thing is, people are like, I want if that's a thermal camera, camera on a drone, that is military footage. That is military footage from making a gun, either a gun camera or an observation camera of some kind. You're not going to get the metadata. You're not going to get to know the analytics of how this system works. You look at some of these drones that fly around, like Reapers and Predators, that are, $30 million, and it's like $22 million is the camera. The rest of it's duct tape and hope.
Yeah, the drone, if you remember the one that Corbell put out as well, because that had data on it, they did film the ship screen, didn't they?
Yeah, but it's
because they're not going to give you the thing, because they're not going to tell you how their systems run and what the sensitivity and spectrum is. And
I'm also guessing there's not like just a micro SD card slot you can bang in and like drag the files over.
Dude, computers in sensitive locations, USB ports.
Yeah,
you have to sign in to use them. Yeah, and you don't get to take anything out. Like, if you go like the skiffs everyone talks about, dude, you can't wear a watch in there. You may not be able to take your belt in there. They're going to double check your fucking shoes. You're going to sign in with your life to get in and out of there. And there's going to be a guard. So like, secure computers don't have, like, you can always see, like, there was an old movie, like the dude's working at the CIA and he sticks a jump drive in the back, and they don't have them. Like, they don't have auxiliary ports. on any sensitive computer. That's not how it works. There's one, and there's someone always there with it.
I'd also say, unless you are the person that deals with that stuff all the time, you're not dealing with things that are running on fucking Windows. You're going to be you're dealing with stuff that works with bespoke hardware, which is going to mean you have to do everything through terminal if you want, if you want to take stuff off it. And that if that's just a soldier or someone that's on that thing that just thinks like, this is fucking wild, I'm going to video this, you would do it. In fact, do you know what? Thinking about it, I do it all the time. If I find something on online and I want to send the image to somebody, I can screen grab it. I can open another window. I can send it to them on a social media platform, or I can just take my phone out and photograph my laptop screen. I've done that fucking loads because it's fast.
And not only that, some things like, depending on like the operational system that the government is using and what branch of the government and what system that they're using, like you may be able to see that this particular entity has this file. And since all these leaks and different instances like Snowden, all these guys, all the government, they've compartmentalized all their stuff even more. So you can see like this file and the name, where it's at, who has it. You can't bring it up. If you tried to bring it up, they would, one, deny you, and two, gentlemen with badges and guns will come and speak to you about why you're trying to access something that you don't have the permission to access. You can only see who has it, so you can go talk to them. And especially, again, a special room that has microphones because they listen to everything. That's another thing. Like, it's, I think movies do a disservice a lot. But whatever.
I've often wondered as well, when it came to MH370, we've talked about predictive programming in films quite a lot. Now, was it Manifest? That was the TV show about the plane that took off, disappeared, and then landed like 40 years later or something like that. And the crew and the passengers never aged. There was something else as well. There's two separate TV shows that run with that idea. And I've always wondered to myself, like, is that plane going to land again? Is that predictive program for something that's coming down the line?
That'd be wild. That'd be wild. I don't know. The camera footage, I'm with Lee on that. Or not Lee, I'm with Ollie on that. It's bizarre. I would like to know where that was being filmed from.
I'm sure Mr. Reckless Wine is just trying to wind me up. Is Mick West seen the footage yet? I know conspiracists don't like it, but the guy has some awesome skills. No, what the guy does, which I've now worked out, is he, because let's not forget the bird. Let's not forget the bird giving the fucking heat signature off. That wasn't his finest hour. What he does is give a simple answer, like you say, Occam's razor.
Yeah.
So that people that don't want to think about something just go, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the guy was involved in making a fucking skateboard game. Maybe that's not the guy we should be listening to about military flare footage.
If it is that, I mean, it could. Ollie's right. It could just be totally computer generated.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
The question is, who was filming it and why?
Yeah.
Who was filming it? Where did that film come from? I don't need to see the metadata. Where did the film come from?
Yeah.
Did
Because
you want to see this? This is my phone screen.
You need to charge your phone.
Yeah, you know what my phone's like.
Ollie, is that somebody naked in like the bottom of those photographs?
Yes.
He's hot. Does he work out?
Not
right,
Ollie then.
So this I screenshot because when I clicked out of it and clicked back on it, it said post not available. So on Twitter you can still keep clicking on it.
Yeah.
Once it's gone, but it had gone. So I did the whole screenshot thing. How do you play? Oh, there we go. This is weird.
Yeah, I've seen this before as well.
But it's gone now. I can't find it anywhere. It's on the side because it's my fucking phone.
Experimental drone?
Maybe. Do you know what it reminds me of? Does anyone remember rods?
Yep. Yep. And then they said that they were bugs, and everyone's like, okay.
Yeah. Traveling
Stop
at the
talking about
speed of sound.
Light.
That was a really good fucking documentary. That, do you remember with the cave jumpers? Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
The cave jumpers found the rods where they were.
Oh yeah, when they were going in through the camera lens, and then everyone was doing it, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" People are like, "No, man, they're bugs." And they're like, "Well, why is this spiral pattern?" Like, it's the filming speed of the camera. And then it was like no more explanation than that, and everyone's just like, "Oh, okay, yeah, they must be right."
Disappeared like that. That was one of like
It comes down to people don't want to stand out on a different opinion or potentially be wrong, right? Everyone wants to go with the herd. Everyone wants to be like everyone else. Everyone wants to be liked.
Well, the thing is, if you take,
that's why so many people got poked in the arm.
But let's say the one of the things that Mick West says, whichever one, I don't know, we'll go the fucking moving around one. I can't even remember what his debunk of that was. It gives people the illusion of knowledge, because what they get to do is they get to put no thought into something, but yet they get to turn around to other people and go, no, actually it was a pig, but it had a rocket strapped to it because it worked. It was in a firework factory, and it just gives people an out to actually think, and
the thing with this, going back to the village as well, has anybody actually, like, other than their reporters, like, speaking, nobody's actually gone in and spoke to them and translated it,
Yeah. Doesn't your wife speak Spanish?
Yeah. So Serena, when I showed her that footage, I said to her, "Does it seem like they're acting?" And she said, "No, they seem like they're really scared." And then afterwards, I said to her, "What if I told you that it was miners, illegal miners, that terrorized these people?"
Yeah.
And she said, "Well, that it seems a bit insulting, that, because yes, they're not, she's originally from Ecuador."
Mhm.
She says they don't have a lot of money, and they're not people aren't that advanced over there. They've probably got smartphones they probably don't even have smartphones.
Mhm.
They're just they're intelligent people. They could tell the difference between a group of miners that are terrorizing them, or
Wearing $500,000 jetpacks.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty absurd.
I tell you who would be able to work out if they were miners. Biden.
Yeah. Only if they're on a special island. Yeah, man. Here, there's it's too dark to go there. I'll save that to myself. But it's all very peculiar. This whole situation is peculiar. The things that are happening, it does feel like it's building up, but to what? I mean, why? Like, if Grush is doing this, like, they're deceiving the population. I got to say, most of the working straights and professionals I know don't care. Like, it's a headline news, and they're like, "Oh, that's interesting. It's water cooler for 5 minutes, and it's gone." They're just dealing with their life and their kids, football practice or soccer practice or whatever's next, tennis. They're just living their lives, man. So that would mean that they're doing this for what reason? Because the nation isn't worked up in a fever about this.
No,
not like we were with the China videos.
Look, the top and bottom of it is, at some point mid 2019, we went to bed and we woke up in a sci-fi film and it hasn't finished yet.
Correct.
Regardless of what anyone else wants to say, you can't. you can't look at these things, and I mean fucking everything from like election fraud to the like Capitol riots to the UFOs being done to the fucking videos to being locked down and stuff like that. It's been fucking crazy. And nobody takes the time to stand back and go, hang on a second. I'm 40 years of age and I can't remember like 4 years that have gone past like this in the 40 years I've been alive. I'm sure my father at 75 years of age can't remember a group of years which have been so fucking crazy.
It's fucking out there, man. It's definitely out there.
It makes no sense. I think,
No,
like you said at the beginning, Lee. I think I'm kind of getting used to the fact that at
Getting used to
some point-
craziness.
yeah, at some point down the line, I'm gonna have to be explaining UFOs on the television to my mum and dad.
Yes, I think so.
Feels that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, get yourself a good priest and get yourself a good conspiracy theorist. I think you're going to need both.
Start doing a lot of psychedelics now. You know, explore your consciousness. However you choose to do that. Well, that's what I would think.
It's a shame, but I think we've probably heard the last of the villagers. I don't think I don't.
All of them, all gone.
I mean, the reality is it wouldn't be that hard.
Yeah.
Who's going to complain? They just recently had that whole civil unrest uprising thing. It's why I didn't go to Peru for my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could easily make a town disappear. Wouldn't make the news. You know, that again, I want to know more about the guy missing the face.
That years ago. I remember a story about that. There being a UFO sighting and an entire village somewhere disappeared. It was in the early 2000s. I can't fucking remember it for the life of me. I remember it doing the rounds, like early major internet days. But yeah, I think I think the only question is it going to be this year or next year? I think it's next year. I think this is
it's next year.
Like, I mean,
are you calling disclosure?
I'm calling that they're going to do anything to stop Donald Trump getting elected.
I'm calling it a distraction. I think they're going to tank the economy. Like they're doing everything they can to stop the guy right now. Not that it's about him. It's not that he's a fucking great guy. He's not a savior.
No, I'm not. I'm not a Trump guy. In any stretch to me personally, I quite like Kennedy, but
I don't like any of them. I don't even know why we have these people.
Well, it's that old Rogan bit, isn't it? Is that every 4 is it 4 years the election cycle isn't it? Every 4 years there's a popularity contest to see who's the most powerful man in the world.
Does seem to be. Yeah, I think that they need a distraction. They're going all out now. I think they're framing it up because they know it's not going to work. Dude, I could see at least when I say global, I mean Western tank to the economy. You know, that would be a really good one, but that wouldn't slow him. It would only spur him. So if that didn't work, aliens it is. You know what I mean? Like,
it's going to do the channel good. Let's face it. So
there's no better time in the history of the world to have a conspiracy channel, because you're not a conspiracy channel anymore. You're the news.
You know, it's funny you say that. So like my old thing, which you guys know, I used to go around and do. The more shit, horrible situations were in the world, the more innocent people were getting hurt and getting publicized, better business was. You know what I mean? Like your phone rings more, you know? And it's kind of the same way too. The more this spins out, the more people like the channel.
Really wanted to ask Bill Vale about what he thinks of all this alien stuff.
I did too. I hope he's okay. Yeah, we didn't get him on tonight. He has some health issues, so is what it is. I like the Rockfin shows. I look forward to the Thursday Rockfin shows. They're excellent. If you're here tonight, you should definitely go check that out.
I agree.
We're not as limited there as we are here. And if you didn't like this show, give us a thumbs down. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up. Those things really matter.
Yeah, Rockfin Show link is in the comments again.
Yeah.
It's just
we'll whack it in the description.
I think the like the funny thing is, right, there you go. There's another thing. This is how wild time's been. Is that I forgot that we did that Sunday show where there was mainstream media coverage of the US shooting UFOs down while we were doing a live stream. Right, that's how wild things have been. I forgot the shooting down of the UFOs, and especially when one went down in like a lake, didn't it, in Canada? They said, "Yeah, well, it's really deep, it's cold, it's difficult to get to. We're just going to leave it there."
I mean, that makes sense.
I can't remember what it was, Ollie. You said to me there was something about something happened. And I can't remember whether you said you said you thought, well, I just think it was before the congressional hearings, and you said, no, I just think it's going to be it now. I remember saying to you, like, I said, no, I don't think it's going to be it. I think it might have been the UFOs actually being shot down now. I said, I don't think it's going to be it because it never seems to be it anymore. And lo and behold, a few months later, we are looking at a video of a guy that's had his face stripped off, a fucking story about fucking aliens in Peru, a video that supposedly shows a passenger plane disappearing. It's too much.
I can't believe we can't show that because I'm looking at these different art. Well, granted, there's less articles now than when I've checked before, but this is
it's definitely been stripped off YouTube.
It's being stripped off a lot of places.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird. Like that's the one part of the story they're retracting. Now they're pushing the girl holding the photo with a, $500,000 hoverboard or something that isn't commercially available. That these, remote illegal miners apparently have acquired several of and are apparently very skilled enough to fly through the jungle with them and not get taken out by a branch. And
that is also a still. It's also a still from that F1 event.
Yeah,
exactly.
So that's the thing. There is at least a conspiracy to be had there. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be aliens, but there is a conspiracy. There's a lie there that is being fed to people.
Because whoever took that picture, the reporters, let's just play devil's advocate and say that the villagers wanted to, they wanted to get some tourists to come in. They wanted to make this village.
Mate, you can't get to that village. It's fucking days in a boat down the river.
It's on the Amazon side of Peru.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but the reporters taking the picture, if they thought, if they went in and they went, this is the image, this is what they were doing, they would say, that's bullshit.
There's no reporters down there. They wouldn't have got a reporter down there that quickly. You talk about someone that's so deep in the Amazon. You don't go on trips there. You go on expeditions. It's fucking insane.
Who was the guy with the human traffic spaceship?
Well, it's interesting. Who knows?
So the city where these aliens are is a 10-hour boat trip from the nearest city. That's how you get there.
That's our next trip, boys.
No.
I'd do that.
I would.
Yeah, I have a friend. He has contacts in Brazil. It's close enough.
Oh, yeah, you do? I forgot about that.
Yeah, I do. Pays to be an international man of mystery.
We're going to need some more super chats for this one, lads.
It's an expensive trip.
It'll be a bill. Listen, I'm game. We can get there. I'm game.
We have to bring your wife, though.
Oh, yeah.
You need someone to talk to. I don't know any Spanish, other than swear words.
We've got Google.
Okay.
Not down there, you won't. Yeah,
See that. See, that's the thing. I'd love to know the power situation as well. Like, what's the electricity like?
Probably not great.
Like, that's right. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So you're going to be talking like just diesel generators for electricity down there.
Probably.
You're not fucking charging hoverboards.
Not unless you bring your own diesel generator. I mean, if you're spending $500,000 on a board, what's another?
How much
30 grand?
diesel would you need? How much
Lot.
diesel you'd need to fucking charge one of those bad boys up? That's not green. It's not green at all.
I'm just waiting for any of the debunkers to do a show and go, "Come on, you need to be quiet now." We know what it was. It was miners. They had some tech. We've been told. It's been debunked. You know.
Yeah.
You sound like an idiot.
Yeah, it is. I think that's the takeaway to have from all this, and it's why I constantly refer to when I talk to the podcast, talk to people about the podcast and like doing this. I never really say like it's an alien show. I say it's a conspiracy show because
it is.
I think it's bigger than the idea of aliens. There is more layers to this than just little grey fellas have come. Like, what's the closest star? Fucking 250 million. What? 250
no
million
idea.
light years. I can't remember what it is. I only read it yesterday. I thought, fuck me, that's a long way. That was the thing I was listening to as well, because someone turned around and said it's not just, and this really got me as well. So even if someone's cracked faster than light travel, or light speed, we'll just go for light speed because it's where we are with things. So say it takes 270 years at the speed of light to get from the closest habitable planet to Earth. Yeah. So at best, full tilt, wind in your sails. It's taking over 200 years to get here. First of all, you've got to hope we're interested enough to put that effort in to come here.
We're dead sexy. Let's not.
Yeah.
We're dead. That's why they're coming here. We know this.
But the thing that got me that I'd never thought of before, he turned around and said, and they would have to have like a completely different physiology because their lifespans would have to be enormous to make it viable. I'd never thought about that before, that if you're traveling these vast distances, even at the speed of light, their lifespans would have to be huge.
Unless you got good cryogenics.
Or they've mastered like perfect replication of their stem cells. They've altered themselves. Like we age because our stem cells break down as they create new cells in your body. And
but
like
we're so far
copies.
in the realm of fucking theoretical physics. We're basically talking fantasy land.
Yeah, I mean it's magic. Like if they can do that, it's magic. I mean right now we're talking about the Fermi labs that they're talking on the fifth force of like nature and physics. So you got gravity, electromagnetism, weak and strong nuclear forces, and now this unknown fifth one.
Lizzo.
No, we're not talking about obesity or diabetes. Yeah, but so it's this fifth force, and they're like, it could link. Who knows? What if these? I personally don't think something's coming here from another galaxy. It's just not what I think. But if they are, then who knows? Maybe they truly understand that there's, they look at us and we got these 4 laws that we, govern everything by, and they're like 4. There's 12.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys can't even do math.
Yeah.
Holy shit. You know what I mean? They look at us like we look at a gorilla that's learned sign language. Isn't that a cute trick? Yeah.
I think if anybody is going to look into this further, that I don't know, historians or whatever that know the land, they need to look more into the myths, the legends, and see how far they go back. That's what they need to do.
I think so too.
I think that there's definitely something to this face peeling thing.
The fact that it's getting flagged, the fact they don't want to show in the video.
If it's fake, they won't flag it.
Yeah, they wouldn't care.
Interesting that they flag the alien autopsy as well if you're not special.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, another interesting thing is all the people we have watching right now. You guys, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, please.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hit that
100 people very near in the live.
103 I got on
yeah.
my clock. Yeah.
Go and do it, or I'll tell your mums that you've been naughty.
Or if you do it, we'll still tell your moms you've been naughty, but you know,
But you're
your other
sexy
mom,
naughty.
the one that wears leather. Yeah.
Wow.
Or we'll tell Ollie's mom.
She loves
Who's
the
a
naughty
lovely
boys.
woman. Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think I don't know what to think, man. I think the whole story isn't about the village and isn't about what they're going through. I'm way more focused on the dude who got his face ripped off.
Yeah,
I was reading online and people are
yeah.
like, it's a piranha attack, and you look up piranha attacks and you're like, I don't think so.
No. I think it is. I think there is a story when it comes to the village. I think something's going on there, and I 100% believe that that video is linked to it in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, piranhas as well. They're not. They are not as bad as you think they are. If
In the movies,
they're not like the movies, but they will strip if there is blood and it's not. If it was a guy that was wading around, they wouldn't just strip him like that. If he died,
I'm not sure. I know what you're saying. I'm
they'd
not
strip
sure
the full
that.
body. They'd
Yeah.
strip
Oh
the
yeah.
full
Yeah.
body if it was dead.
I think because I've seen those videos as well of people putting their hands in tanks of piranhas, and they're always domesticated and well fed. I'm not sure that works if you come across piranhas in the wild.
I don't know. It seems weird that they cleanly cut around his throat like that, cleaned up his head.
Yeah, I don't think a piranha would do that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And decided, man, we're not going above this scalp line.
That's a terrifying thing, right? The terrifying thing is, what if it's not blue beam?
No, I think that all the time. I actually think that more than blue beam.
Yeah. What if it's not blue beam? And what if there is extraterrestrial? I mean, even going against my own thing, what if they have come from another planet? Who knows? But what I'm saying is, what if
that's the thing you don't know? Nobody
exactly?
knows.
Yeah, nobody knows. There's a lot of people that pretend they know. That's what I think. I'm not calling names out because I don't want to turn this into some sort of fucking YouTube beef thing. But there are multiple channels that I watch that I just think are being fucking lazy. They're just being lazy and they're shitting on everything to try and make themselves look intelligent, to try and make themselves look like they know what's going on, and they
But
don't
also,
know
that's
what's
their
going
thing.
on.
You know, that's their thing. This is our thing.
Yeah, this is our
their
thing. Yeah, whoa, you can't. Yeah, it can't be anything that Grush is saying. It can't be anything Corbell's saying. But I don't understand sometimes why people that are into this subject believe that Corbell is any less full of shit than the people that are there watching in like a fucking bedroom with a microphone, or us. In fact, any of us. Like,
No, we're definitely full of shit.
There is no reason why any of your favorite YouTubers aren't completely full of shit. You just happen to like them personally.
We're
weird.
full of shit.
Weird. Oh, absolutely. Like this
100%.
I think it's fun to talk about this stuff. It's it's fun to talk about.
This is the thing with this channel. We don't want to shit all over it. And you said that, Lee, and you, Dave. What's the fucking point in doing the channel?
Yeah.
What's the point in being interested in the subject?
Yeah. It's like what
if you're just gonna shit all over it.
Who
Yeah,
wants
you
to go?
gotta open your mind, man. Be
Yeah,
curious.
who wants to go and watch videos of somebody debunking Santa Claus every week?
Yeah. You know what you should do? You should weaponize your curiosity. It's a good
I agree.
line.
Yeah,
he's got a good line.
It is a good line.
Yeah.
And
I'd love to have him on this show, by the way.
I would as well.
Well, I've got his email.
He also follows you on Instagram. Do you know that?
Does he?
Yes. Log into Instagram sometime.
I do nothing on Instagram.
Oh, I know.
That's ridiculous. I didn't even know you had an Instagram. Well, you should. Even just put the shorts up as stories.
Yeah,
Jesus
and because he
Christ.
follows you on Instagram, you could, I don't know, reach out to him on Instagram.
Jeremy, we'd like you on the show.
Set us
My
straight.
lad. I'll say.
Tell us what's what.
Actually, say give you a real T-shirt other than that fake one.
Yeah, he only wants to come on to sue you.
That's fine. You guys are in the UK. He's not suing you.
No, he's not suing me. He's suing Ollie.
Yeah, again, you guys are in the UK.
I had nothing to do with that pitch. I said, Ollie, please don't do it. The guy, like, why give him a fake T-shirt?
I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares that much.
He loves it.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I actually think he'd be a riot to have on. I'd love to hang out with him.
I mean, the top and bottom of it is, regardless of whether this
whatever position he wants. Yeah, okay.
But regardless of whatever this, he's power bottom. Regardless of,
I hope he can take a joke.
Regardless of however this like disclosure thing goes, like what it's for, why it's happening. There is, in media, we'll say, there is nobody that's more connected to it than Jeremy Corbell, and that's what annoys the YouTubers the most.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yeah. I don't mind. I think it's really cool. I gotta be honest, I wouldn't want to play there. I gotta be honest, if this channel like got crazy to like 100,000 or more, I'd probably just be anonymous, or maybe just talk to you guys online and tell you what a good job you do.
Yeah, I've no idea
for multiple reasons.
I'm
excited. It's only going to do that if some of the lazy bastards that are watching this now
follow,
and share and subscribe and all that. If you haven't subscribed, it's fucking rude.
It's very important, especially if you've watched for what, 2 hours. 2 hours. And if there isn't 100 likes on this by the end of it,
2 hours, and we got 95 people.
Someone's not pulling their weight.
That's pretty awesome. I'm glad you guys stick around. Even if it's to troll or talk shit, it's just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta have fun.
When we get to 100,000 subscribers, Lee will get a tattoo.
Why is it always me?
Because
you have tattoos.
You get tattoos.
Yeah.
Of Jeremy Corbell's face.
No.
How about his penis?
If we got to
on your
100,000,
penis.
if we got to 100,000 subscribers, I'd have the alien logo tattooed on me.
On your face?
Surprised you don't already have it.
Yeah, you're not a true believer.
No.
We'll get there.
I think the next get together trip is I need to come out and see you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think we'll have to skip the Isle of Man, though. It seems like it's kind of heavily regulated.
Yeah.
We should go to Amsterdam.
Why?
Boys' holiday?
If you want to do that, you should come back here.
That's true.
No, he said he wants boys, not a boys' holiday. He wants a holiday with boys.
You mean Thailand? You want to
Yes.
go to Thailand? Yeah.
Take a home, Ollie. Take it, like land this train.
Land it, yeah.
Before we get into the lady boys.
Members, people, they are more than welcome. Join us.
Oh, look.
Lee, not one of Lee and I.
No.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Right,
Or me.
right.
Neither one of us are there.
I'll delete some out and put some new ones in.
There's people there that don't even come on the show.
I may
anymore.
get rid of the Tic Tacs. It's fading away. Nipples. Magic nipples. Can't find the intro. There it is.
Smooth.
There
We're
it is.
definitely a professional
There it
setup,
is.
guys.
Biologics came with some of these recoveries.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to.
dale. Ahí, dale, vete. Dale, ahí, camina, alguien. Vete, vete, de su huerta, vete, de su huerta. De su huerta, vete, de su huerta, vete.
This has happened before. Miners will go in and try to scare the wits out of villagers by pretending to look like aliens, etc.
Bullshit.
So, Lady Boys, where were we on that?
I don't know. I've
All
just
these
realised that every time that our intro comes on, I have a little dance to it. Nobody sees it.
Is it
but
nude?
No, no.
Is
But
your dick out?
at the beginning, I've even got moves for it.
Yeah, but is your dick out?
I mean, it's
You got
never
no loyalty to this channel,
Doesn't
man.
wear pants.
You got no loyalty to this channel.
I am just wearing underpants right now.
See? I know. My hidden cams tell me.
I've got no socks on.
Nobody gives a shit.
No. No one's got a foot fetish here.